Welcome summoners to Bot Lane Synergy. We are your hosts TJ and my sidekick Ashley.
Sidekick.
Shut up. We will be guiding you through the Leona Miss Fortune bot lane combo.
This duo thrives in the early game. Miss Fortune's early game damage and Leona's passive make it easy to pick up a kill level 1 through 3.
And it is key to use this to your advantage, as it will help you make it through Miss Fortune's weak mid game and get you to that late game ulti.
Try to time a level 2 all-in with Miss Fortune. When you arrive in lane, begin pushing and shoving creeps and rush a level 2.
When both Leona and MF are one creep away from level 2, send Leona to get closer to the enemy AD carry, and engage as soon as level 2 hits. In most situations, you either get a kill or leave the other enemy lane behind. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of these charts. Set sail!
For kill potential, this combo receives a 10. If Leona can land a Zenith Blade and follow up with stun and ult, all Miss Fortune needs to do is auto attack Q and then ult, activating Leona's passive every time and dealing tons of damage. For sustain, they receive a 1. With absolutely no sustain abilities, any damage they take they will regret later. Sometimes purchasing a runic shield and vamp scepter can help mitigate their weaknesses. For poke, they receive a 5. With a nice amount of poke coming from Miss Fortune's newly buffed Q, she can utilize this ability to harass from behind minions. For kite potential, they receive a 4. Although Leona could sacrifice her life to peel for her AD carry, it's still a 1-for-nothing trade while Miss Fortune struts away. And finally, this combo thrives in the early game. In fact, the very early game, gaining a huge lane advantage at level 2 with Miss Fortune's Q and W. She can unleash a whole ton of damage while Leona CCs the target. Now let's take a look at a few of these plays.
The first play shows that it's very possible to poke down the enemy laner level 1, and as soon as level 2 hits, you can dive into the enemy tower and pick up a quick first blood.
Moving into the next play, we see a very early level 1 lane. As the Miss Fortune and Leona approach level 2, Leona gets ready to Zenith Blade as soon as level 2 hits. They quickly burst down the full HP Vayne while the level 1 Sona stands helpless without a heal.
Strutting into the next play, we will see the enemy tower low enough to be taken down. As the MF shoots down the tower, Leona engages onto the Corki with a full array of CC. MF unleashes her ult, but the flying earth won't be enough for the Corki to escape. Unfortunately, the Morgana will get away.
Dashing into our next play, we see Leona land a Zenith Blade onto the Heimer, followed up with a stun and Miss Fortune ult. The Heimer flashes to safety but is left extremely low. The Miss Fortune flashes forward, but it won't be enough to catch the Donger as he unleashes his rockets, bringing her down. Vayne then goes in with ult towards MF, but Leona is able to peel and CC the hyper carry, allowing Miss Fortune to pick up the kill.
Pushing forward into our next play, we see the allied MF and Leona get poked down, but they're still pushing for an early level 2. As the two continue to push back the lane, Leona gets ready to hit level 2 and engage onto the Vayne. MF then begins to unleash her damage with a double up on both Vayne and Nidalee. And what may seem like a moment of assurance for Vayne is quickly put down with a flash auto from MF before Vayne can react.
And for our last play, we have the Miss Fortune pushing down the enemy mid lane with her allies off to the side. The enemies begin to inch closer as the Lisa and Q reveals the stealth team. As the enemy team moves forward, Shen misses a taunt and Volley gets ready to engage, but a Leona ult hits the majority of the enemy team, allowing for Miss Fortune to ult on top of them, dealing tons of damage. The team then begins to pick off the low HP enemies, starting with Lee Sin and then onto Volley. His passive begins to regenerate him, but the Miss Fortune passive denies him half of his healing, bringing him down. The Miss Fortune then begins to take out the Vayne with a flash Q to pick up a triple.
How did you like those early level 2 kills? Quite a bit of damage to be unleashed that early in the game.
Now take these pro tips and go win yourself some ranked games. Woo!
If you liked what you saw, feel free to give us a like, share, and/or subscribe.
Also, feel free to let us know what combos you want to see in the comments below, and we will see you next time where we take a look at the Soraka Urgot power lane.
Hey, oh, we should say Hail Hydra at the end. Kidding.
Hail Hydra. Did you see Captain America?
Not yet.
We just gave it away.
What's up, Attack? I'm Sky, and today I have this Hitchhiker's Guide to Tamriel. I have this compendium of information on the Elder Scrolls Online that I think new players, and maybe even a lot of veteran players, are going to really enjoy. I personally have dived into all these different links, and yes, they all check out, they're all really good, but the game is still new, so hey, if you want to start up the game, go through these guides, play the game a little bit, become advanced.